I done did a lot of time growing up from adolescent to an adult. And it's like anything else. It's like walking in the chow hall or walking in the cell. Our gut feeling coming from where we come from always talk to us. Whenever I walk in and see somebody for the first time, right, my gut feeling is like, right, y'all been knowing each other forever. I know it's smooth, right? So at the end of the day, and let everybody know, me tell you another thing I respect. I think he respected too. And got 2 homies with him. There's 2 people with me. 600 by itself. We all together anyway, right? We got NineTreys, we got 6ix9ine, we got Paru. So at the end of the day, when you got cats that pull up like that, first time seeing each other, and it been any kind of little friction on the internet, it's a respect thing, right? Because for me to pull up any kind of way, I felt would have been a disrespect to you, bro, on some real shit. But what's more important to me today is I finally got somebody that authentically from the streets, did the time, got the mind frame, the mindset of the has and has nots on what a person is supposed to do and not supposed to do. And for years, I've been looking for somebody because I was listening to your clip on the way down, and you said, it's a lot I don't agree with Wack do or say. And I always address
it. Don't forget, nigga articulate, man. He know how to talk.
No, but like, listen, this real shit. And the people is looking for somebody to kind of like, put Wack in the hot seat. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
On some of these narratives.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, this is the reason why when academics called me about 6ix9ine, I was watching 6ix9ine do sit-downs with people, and he was running circles around him because everybody was sitting down with didn't come from the streets.
Right.
It wasn't until I sat down with him and put his little ass in the box, I got him to understand, no, you were just being used. You wasn't that. And he finally agreed to it.
So he thought he actually in his mind
hell yeah. He had a answer for everything. You know what I'm saying? And then at the time, I'm gonna be real, me and academics had just started like talking.
The drink. Drink on the table. Drink.
You made that famous about
Ack was leery of me.
About the whole part of saying he ain't no snitch, he a civilian. That's what really went viral with 6ix9ine.
And let me tell y'all what I meant by that. A lot of people would say, well, he was doing gangster shit. No, listen, bro. He was around some street dudes. I would assume those dudes is really from the street. I don't know none of them, right? Right? Just because you're able to do these acts because of these dudes don't mean you a street dude.
Right.
Because that come with growth. You know that, Ed?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? That come with shit you see, shit you learning, places you been, right? And a lot of times the people that's telling today, you see them go to jail, they 23, 24, they looking at 30 years, right? And it's their first time in jail. We started doing time in my era 12, 13 years old.
Right.
So by the time we get to that, we know what to do, what not to do. I caught when you said up talking about my Texas thing. Yep, when I asked Wack, Wack said, nah, you can't search my business. That does come from training. That comes from knowing your rights.
Right. Experience.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how many people get pulled over right now and be like, yeah, I don't care if you don't have nothing. If you tell them, yeah, you can search, and you run into some dirty cops, and he throw his throwaway up under your seat, you gave him consent to search. You done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sure.
You know, you always want that door to where, how did you get in my car?
Mm-hmm.
I got license, registration, insurance. You pulled me over for speeding, right? I'm not on no papers. How did you get under my seat?
Jay-Z told us, you don't need a warrant for that.
Yeah, you don't know. You clean? Yeah, I don't care if you clean or not, because you can be clean, but you give them consent, and they slide something up under you. Bro, how many times the police didn't come through, put y'all on the wall, take y'all burners, let y'all go? Them throwaways, they go right over there to this other cat who they know they hate this nigga, see him and put it right on him.
But Wack, don't you think that with 6ix9ine, a lot of the anger and the entitlement that this fool had came from, he was in a shot caller position. He's ordering hits.
They did that.
You feel me?
Yeah, that don't make him
Who, 6ix9ine was ordering?
Yeah, but see what I'm saying? But you said, it was remember we talked the other day about the bag?
Yeah.
But that don't make you
No, and that's how I was just looking at it. I figured that he was just like, you know, like a little kid that was rapping and, you know, and probably fell into their lap and he was just a bag. But, you know, he wasn't a gangster. He was just a money.
They was letting him
go
do this.
Yeah.
Because when he would get in beef with these different rappers, they would try to pull him into question. Then he's like, oh, nah, this was finna happen now. Chief Keef tried to press him,
Yeah, I heard about all that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so he, okay.
So he fumbled the bag, literally.
Yeah, so
That wasn't NineTreys.
kind of like,
you feel me? Like,
he kind of like, say you got a dude that he came in, he done moved into your neighborhood, right? He moved into this little nigga about 19. He got a bag, family rich, right? He get 4 or 5 of your homies there around him, and he just sending them. He ain't been put on, he ain't put in no work, he ain't did nothing, and he just sending them because he feeding them. I'm not gonna give you that. For me to give you that status because you got a bag, that means that belittles and takes away from all the shit we went through to get that status that we realize when we get grown. Yes, but it ain't really that.
But that's what's going on right now. That's how the streets is, right? And like I recognized it for the first time when I had got out in 2021, right? I'm still in the halfway house, right? One of my homies, 2 of my homies had died. You feel me? One of them, both of them had died. So one of them, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was a good dude. You feel me? He get money. You know what I'm saying? Get money dude, like player. The other one, you feel me? Like he was more like a thug. You feel me? Like in the streets, do his thing. I went to his funeral. It wasn't that many homies there. It wasn't really nobody there. Like I'm looking, I'm like, damn.
You
like
talking about the player?
No, the one that was like with the bullshit, the active one.
Gotcha.
Right.
But the homie who had the bag, man, that shit was like a fashion show at his funeral. Like, man, they brought out the horse and carriages, all type of shit.
It's different. Everything changed.
Like,
I remember growing up as a kid, right?
Yeah.
You had dudes that was known for bodies, but the ones that had all the clout was the squabblers. Right? Then it went to, he ain't had to fight, who's the one that'll down your ass the fastest, right? Then it went to who had the most females, then the money, and then now it's kind of like, it's all over the place, depending on what section you're in.
I got more skulls than you got squabbles in the hood.
That's crazy.
That was cold.
Okay, so you just saw the clip, but did you know that you can watch this entire interview right now before it's released to the public, uncensored, by becoming a member for just $5 a month, and there's a lot of other crazy benefits as well. So make sure you hit the link down in the description and sign up. Appreciate y'all.